Happy Christopher Columbus Day. No snail mail and Fed and state offices are closed, but market is open. I'm Darren, and this is 3 things you need to know for Monday, the 9th. Mortgage rates have now risen to 23-year highs, and the average interest rate on a 30-year fix is now 7.5%. This is following the continued statement from the Fed saying higher for longer. During Shabbat, Israel's day of rest, Hamas, a Palestinian militant group, attacked with drones, armed motorbike riders, and paraglider fighters across the Strip's border. At least 200 killed in what is described as the worst attack inside Israel since 1948. Pharmacists at Walgreens stores are getting stressed out to the point where they may be walking out in protest this week. The increase in workload comes mainly from having to give shots. CVS pharmacists have lodged similar complaints. Trade while you're sleeping across time zones with Arbitrage Trade Assist. Sign up today at arbitragetrade.com. Arbitrage Trade is your trusted source for business, finance, and tech info.
Why was I feeling depressed when I had so many reasons to be happy? Well, guess what? Anybody can feel down. But that's not the time to just put on a brave smile and pretend like nothing's wrong. It's the time to share your feelings with your friends, your parent, your favorite teacher. In the meantime, there's a resource that helped me get back on track. For some great clues about starting your comeback from depression, visit yourlifeyourvoice.org.
Spooky shadows. What is the shadow banking system? It is a collection of non-bank financial intermediaries that provide services similar to traditional commercial banks, but outside normal banking regulations. The shadow banking system is estimated to be worth $52 trillion, which is a 75% increase from 2010. Shadow banks make up about 14% of the world's financial assets. The shadow banking system appears to be largest in the US, but non-bank credit intermediation is present in other countries too. Estimates in China, for example, are around $12.9 trillion. However, it's difficult to estimate the size of the shadow banking system because many of its entities do not report to government regulators. Examples of NBFIs include hedge funds, insurance firms, pawn shops, cashier's check issuers, money market funds, investment banks, and non-bank finance companies. For example, mortgage lenders, private equity funds, and peer-to-peer lenders, which are basically borrowing from individuals. Did I mention that these are outside normal banking regulations? Shadow banking firms are less regulated than commercial banks and can invest in more risky assets and become more highly leveraged than commercial banks. They are not subject to the same regulatory oversight as traditional banks. For example, they cannot borrow in an emergency from the Federal Reserve and do not have traditional depositors whose funds are covered by insurance. Shadow banking credit is intermediated through a wide range of securitization and secured funding techniques, including asset-backed commercial paper, asset-backed securities, collateralized debt obligations, and repurchase agreements. So hopefully I have shown some light within the shadows.
As you go about your daily life, look closer. Every year across America, a staggering 4.2 million youth are homeless or trafficked. Covenant House is the national leader providing safe housing for youth, 50 years strong. Every youth who walks into Covenant House gets clean clothes, hot meals, medical care, and a safe place to sleep. So, look closer at Covenant House and help us fight youth homelessness. To help or get help, go to covenanthouse.org.
The pick of the day. Arbitrage algorithms have signaled a future uptrend for Mercury Systems, ticker MRCY. Mercury Systems Inc. is a technology company which engages in the delivery of processing technology for aerospace and defense missions. Its processing technologies include signal solutions, displays, software applications, network, storage, and secure processing. As of closing on Friday, it was at $36.31 a share, 52-week high of $59.13, and a 52-week low of $28.90. Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC is a privately held research company. Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC is solely responsible for the preparation and distribution of the contents of this podcast. The opinions offered in this podcast are for informational purposes only and are not intended to function as investment advice. Seek a duly licensed professional for investment advice. For more information about the informational research and services offered by Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC, please visit arbitragetrade.com.